What's up, babes? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kyrielle. If you don't know me, hi baby. Today's story time is another embarrassing story time from a legally blind baddie. Okay, girl, I was talking to this man. Let's call him Chocolate because he was dark skinned, tall and handsome, whatever. So me and Chocolate was talking on Facebook for like 6 years, girl. I was not the type of child to be out and about. My mom was very overprotective of me, so I didn't really go too many places. Plus, I had a disability, so you know how that goes. So I met a lot of the guys online, which is not safe. Don't recommend. These men, you don't even know who you be talking to on the internet these days. I got lucky, and I actually was talking to this man. He was older than me, of course. He was like 17. I was like 13. He used to always write me on Facebook telling me how much he wanted to see me. And I'm like, I know I want to see you too, but you know, I can't go nowhere, boys. You already knew that. When I turned 17, that's when I really started to like venture out and I just really started to feel myself. And I wanted to go and do more things and just experience life. Even though I wasn't grown yet, but I wanted to experience a life or whatever. We used to be on the phone having phone sex. We used to text all the time. We talked about sex so much. But he was not one of those guys that started talking about sex off rip. No. Like, I really felt like this man really loved me. And he really did. It turned out he really, really did. We used to talk on the phone all day, all night. I used to stay. Y'all know. Y'all already know how it be when you be on the phone all night. You just feel like you in love. Whole time, this man probably was out getting his rocks off with some other grown women that was already doing what he wanted them to do. I was a virgin. The most we did was phone sex, baby. He got a couple pictures here and there. You feel me? We was texting about what we wanted to do with each other. For years we did this. Never saw each other. Back then it was no FaceTime. Like 4 years later is when we really saw each other. So one day he hit me up and girl, at this point I had a homegirl that drove a car, baby. Oh, it was on and popping. So he hit me up saying how much he wanted to see me. I finally went over his house, y'all. I never forget it. I wore a dress, a spaghetti strap dress with stripes on it. It was a nice, cute sundress. Had the body looking right. I hit my girl up. I'm like, ooh, I almost said her real name. Let's call her Tasha. I hit up Tasha. I said, girl, Chocolate want to see me. Can you please take me to his house? She said, girl, right back. Boom. I had a plan in order. I got dressed. I put on a sundress, spaghetti strap, stripes. Yes, ma'am. Tasha pulls up at my house and she said, girl, I'm outside. I'm like, all right. I had my real hair in, so it didn't take me long to get ready at all. Like, I was so nervous to meet this guy. If you know me, you know, baby, I got to eat. Before I do anything, I need to stop by and get me some McDonald's or some Chick-fil-A. I need to eat. I was so nervous this day. I didn't even want to stop and get nothing to eat. My homegirl Tasha was like, you don't want nothing? Because everybody know, girl, I'm greedy. I'm a foodie, baby. I'm going to eat. If I'm not going to do nothing, I'm going to eat. But I was so nervous to see this boy. This is our first time meeting, y'all. I had never been to his house, y'all. I had never been to no guy's house. So anyway, Tasha was like, oh, you got butterflies already. Like, you really ready to see him. Tasha was a couple years older than me. So she already, you feel me? She was already in the game, baby. I was jumping off the porch. But anyways, we pull up at his house. He's already standing outside waiting for me. When I say this man's cologne smells so good. I was so freaking nervous, y'all. He saw me and he walked to my side of the door and he opened the door for me. And I said, thank you, Tasha, or whatever. I'm going to call you, girl. I looked at Tasha. I said, I'm going to call you when I'm ready. She said, all right, girl. I get out the car. I give him a hug. He lived in some apartments. You know, like those 2-story apartments and the stairs are on the outside? Yeah. I'm literally listening to his footsteps just to be able to follow him to get to the staircase because I don't know. You feel me? And he never knew that I'm legally blind. I never told him. So we make our way up the steps and I'm walking a little bit slow because I'm following behind him. When I walk into people's house, typically I can't see at all because I can't see when there's no light. It has to be a lot of light for me to be able to see what I'm doing. He's walking in front of me. I'm walking slow because I'm trying to follow behind him. Thank God he had on a white shirt, so it made it a little bit easier to keep my eyes on him. He turns into his door, right? He goes into the door. Before I can say, wait, hold on, let me hold your hand, he just walked fast into the house. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, shit, like, I don't know where I'm going, and I can hear loud ass music playing out his house. And the one thing about me, if my ears are clogged from sound, if I can't hear nothing, I don't know what to do. I walked into his house, and because he walked in so fast in front of me, I lost track of him because now he's inside, so his white shirt don't look bright no more. So at this point, I'm in his house. And I just stand there. I was just standing there because the TV was playing loud ass music. And as you walk into his house, the TV is to the right. And then you're in the living room. As soon as you walk the door, you're in the living room. The TV was to the right. The TV was playing loud noise. So I literally just stopped walking. Because I use my ears to get around most of the time. And if I can't hear, baby, we know my eyes is bad. I literally can't function. Y'all, it was so awkward. Chocolate walks up to me and was like, come on, what you doing? You just sitting there smiling. He was like, y'all must like each other. I don't know who he's talking about. Keep in mind, it's dark in his house. I can't see nothing, bro. The TV loud as fuck playing music. I can't hear nothing. Nothing. I'm thinking to myself, like, who is he talking about smiling at each other? Like, girl, I don't know who he's talking about. Thank God he turned down that TV because I was able to hear his footsteps. So I started following his footsteps down the hall because he had like this long hallway in his house. Once you come out the living room, you make a right after you pass the TV. Now we in this long ass hallway and it's narrow and I can hear his footsteps because he had tile floor. I seen the light from a window and I ended up just turning left into that room because I'm thinking, shit, turn into the first open room, right? And I didn't hear his footsteps anymore. He turns around and he comes in that room and says, babe, what are you doing? This my mom's room. What are you doing? I was so embarrassed. Instantly, I was so embarrassed. I wanted to go home. I wanted to call Tasha so bad and go home. I said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm just so high. Like, I'm tripping. He finally grabs my hand and we walk into his room, right? His room was literally 10 more steps. I would have been in his room. His room was right next door, girl. But it was on the right. I turned left. He went right. Anyways, we up in his room. I'm sitting on his bed. And it was so awkward. Like, I was just so awkward. Every time I embarrass myself, it takes me a while to just come back to reality because I'm just so stuck in that embarrassment. And I just don't even want to be there no more. Like, I'm sitting on his bed and he changes up the subject. Like, he didn't even really bring it up. And he was like, I got these new shoes. You trying to, I was so happy he changed the subject and he did not judge me in that moment. Because, baby. But he started showing me his shoes and I'm like, yeah, they cute, they cute, they cute. Y'all, I can't even see the shoes. I'm just telling this man anything. He's showing me the shoes. He like, yeah, I like these. I like how the red on the bottom. I said, yeah, that go cute. That's cute together. So he ends up rolling up a blunt and he sits down on the bed, right? And he turns on TV. He said, what you want to watch? Y'all, his TV was literally so small. And I could tell it was small because when he turned it on, the light coming from the TV was so small. So he's talking about what I want to watch. Baby, I need at least a 58. I'm sorry, not even to be bougie, baby. I just can't see. Like, I'm not even trying to be bougie. I need at least a 58. You got me sitting here watching a microwave. What you mean what movie I want to watch? There's a whole microwave in front of me, baby. I can't see that. But I ain't judge him because I really liked him, y'all. Like, me and him talked for a very long time. I'm going to tell y'all more story times about him. He asked me, did I want to hit the blunt, right? I'm like, no. Because I did not smoke with guys at that time. Like, it took me a while to start smoking with guys. Because I just always had this fear that they would lace my blunt. I got a story time about that. So he ends up just laying back on the bed, smoking like a chimney, right? He looks at me and says, I guess my mom really liked you because she was just smiling at you. I'm like, oh, what? Because I didn't know she was in the living room. This man said, yeah, when you walked in the house, she was just sitting there smiling at you. You was looking back at her smiling. You didn't know? I said, oh, I didn't know that was your mama. Bitch, I lied. Because I didn't know she was there at all. I didn't know she was there at all. I was just sitting there smiling because it was awkward for me. I didn't know what to do. He said, yeah, so what's up with you walking in her room though? Like, what you trying to do? I'm like, I've told you, boy. I was looking at my phone when you was walking. I didn't know where you went. And he left the conversation there. We didn't do nothing that day because, did we? Yeah, we ain't do nothing that day. We ain't do nothing that day but just chill. I think he gave me head or something. And then I went home. I didn't go back to his house for a while, child. Because that was just so embarrassing. But that was my story time on the time that I walked into the wrong fucking room. I hope you guys stay tuned for more story times because I definitely have more to tell y'all. Anyways, I hope y'all are currently enjoying your new year. I hope everything is going great for you. And I pray that you guys stay safe, beautiful, and blessed. Mwah!